Hello, good morning. It is 10:30 on March 23rd, 2020, and I am Lauren Cadillac with Cadillac Law. I am here to share with you a very special episode of Don't Be Scared, Be Prepared. This is where if I was cool and I could have some kind of graphic, but I don't really know how to do video editing. And I know that Instagram is not going to like this video, so you're going to have to go to YouTube to see it. So I promised everyone that I would do a brief video about shelter in place and the new order that affects all of the citizens of Dallas County and therefore people in surrounding counties, since a lot of us work in different counties and whatnot. So the shelter in place order was signed by our county judge, Clay Jenkins. I did receive a question like, why is he the one that does it and not the mayor? I know the mayor's jurisdiction is only over the city, and Judge Jenkins is the entire county. So there is a difference, but I don't really fully understand the role of county judge. It's a very Texas thing. So the shelter in place order starts tonight at 11:59 p.m. and it ends at 11:59 on April 3rd, which is effectively April 4th. And again, if you're in Dallas County, this applies to you. One of the rules is that you must stay 6 feet away from other people. Now, that does not include your kids, although we could tell them it does. You can get close to your children and people within your household. So it's just when you're outside the house and it's people you haven't been breathing on all day, you need to stay 6 feet away. There is a complete ban on any type of public or private gathering. So if your family consists of 30 people that make up 3 different households, y'all are not going to be able to meet at grandma's house this weekend or really anytime soon. So don't be having parties. I saw somewhere that a lot of folks are having board game parties and that kind of thing. Those are the kind of things that we're going to do after this is over. So restaurants are allowed only for drive-through and carry-out. Thank God. My children would literally starve to death. Churches are going to need to do internet only and can only have up to 10 members of the staff. And no elective medical procedures are allowed at this time. That includes elective dental, and it does not include emergencies. So if you all of a sudden, you break a tooth or you fall and your bone comes out of your leg, that has happened to me before, not from falling, but those you're definitely going to be allowed to have surgery because that's an emergency. It's just the elective stuff. So if you were going to go get fancy caps, which I think I might consider now that I have a video career, if you're going to get fancy caps, if you were getting a plastic surgery of any sort, I don't judge, I've had it, that's going to be cut off for now. So you are allowed to do essential activities. So what does that mean? You can perform tasks that are essential to the health, safety, and welfare of your household, which means that you can go to essential businesses and utilize essential businesses, and you can obtain and deliver supplies for others. So if you wanted to sign up to be a favor driver, I think now would be a really good time. You can go outside as long as you maintain the 6-foot difference between strangers. So for the last few days, my daughter and I have been walking, and we just make sure we stay across the street when we see neighbors. We say hi, we're very friendly, but we're making sure that we have that distance. And I gotta tell you, it's kind of nice. So, the 6-foot bubble is like every dream I've ever had has come true. So you can go outside and go jogging and walking, and I really recommend you get out at this time. You can go to work if you're working at an essential business, and you can care for a family member or a pet of another household. I don't know exactly what that means, but my interpretation is if, your Aunt Judy was out on vacation and she's now stuck on that vacation and you're supposed to be taking care of her pets, you can still go do that. So if you're a pet sitter, you could still do that. Or if you had an elderly member of the household or a family member who's in a different household, but you would go walk their dog every day, you can continue that as well. Okay, so what are our essential businesses? Obviously, healthcare. Y'all are the real heroes right now. Thank you. Government. Judge Jenkins wants our local governments to continue as usual, although I will say that hearings and trials are canceled and evictions are on hold for 60 days. So I can do another video about what that means to you as a landlord and as a tenant, but right now just don't go to the JP office. Don't try to evict anyone. Just don't. Infrastructure is allowed. So that's your telecom, your banking, construction, both residential and commercial, security, certain types of manufacturing, particularly if you are in a manufacturer who has like re-outfitted to do some kind of essential work. Mail, trash, water, electric, was the post office, rain, shine, or coronavirus, you will get your mail. If anyone in the house is infected, the whole house must isolate. So if I find out I'm infected, my 2 kids are stuck here, we must isolate. If I find out they're infected, I'm stuck here, I can't even grocery shop, we must isolate. So if you are like me, you are a single person, make sure that you have people you can contact if you need things. So I've already made a plan. If I get sick, where do I go in the house and how are my kids taken care of? So those are not things we usually think about, but definitely something you want to think about today. There is no visiting nursing homes. If you are not a doctor or nurse and you don't belong in the nursing home, do not visit. There is no longer in-person school, and because of that, I have a special guest visitor, Liberty. We made it an entire hour of in-home school today before a breakdown. Okay, so I did ask for questions so I could answer your Q&A on this, and I shouldn't touch my face. I just did those a total no-no, but my hands are clean. I am at home. So Renata asked if staying at home in her house and yard, except for a daily walk, and for her to run errands if she needs to go get food, is she going to be affected by the new? No, that's exactly what the new rule wants you to do. Stay home unless you have to go get something, and do get out and get some exercise when you can. Weather's not the greatest right now, but it should get better, and that is exactly what we want people to do. A really important question we got from Isa is, during the stay-at-home order, do I have to send my kids to their father's house for the standard visitation? I don't practice family law. I do estate planning and real estate and tax, but I did read that orders are to be followed. Now, I will say this, I am a parent, and I did talk with my daughter's father, and we decided that she was not going to visit as usual, that it would be safer for her health and safety to stay with me. So you as parents can do whatever you want outside of the court orders. I would also tend to wonder who's going to enforce it. But what you need to do is just have a conversation with the other parent and discuss what's best for your children. If the other parent's been isolated and is really clean, that kind of stuff, then maybe. But you two should work that out as an adult. Technically, you do have to follow your possession orders. Sunday says, I work in commercial construction, which is essential. Do we need letters stating this? No, we don't need letters at this time. However, if you get stopped and you explain you're going to work and you get a citation anyhow, a letter would be a very good defense for you when you actually have to go to court and defend yourself. Hold on, here comes Liberty. Excellent. I'm going to finish my video and then assign her something new. So Linda asked if someone does only payroll for the office, can they go into the office twice a month to do payroll for all of the employees who are working from home? I would say yes. I think in the definitions we read here with essential, and you're allowed to take care of the health, safety, and welfare of others, don't do anything you're not comfortable doing. But take some Lysol, go to the office, spray your way in, spray your way out. There she is. But yes, I would say go ahead and do payroll. Now, someone had a question about lawyers. I do need to check the mail. We have strict deadlines. A lot of stuff travels through the mail. I have to stay up on the mail. So we have assigned someone at my office to go and check the mail on a daily basis. And that should still be allowed. I mean, it's important. It's a vital part of the legal business. And the judge has said that the local government is going to continue business as usual, and that includes the courts. So the essential include construction worker, trash collection, cleaning and maintenance. One person asked if tree maintenance would be considered essential. I do believe so under this list. It's a pretty broad list. When I read it, I was like, wow, I mean, practically everybody can go to work. So do try to work with your employer to see if you can work from home, and follow my advice. Try to stay in your house as much as humanly possible. Do not be afraid to go out to get essentials and to make sure you're doing your citizen duty of taking care of other people. But really the best way to do that at a time like this is to stay in.
Stay in your house for 15 days.
That's it. See, that's not hard either, is it, Liberty?
Everything, we can't decide what we do, so it's boring.
It is getting boring out here, but this video made 11.5 minutes long, so that should give you a little bit of entertainment, and hopefully you'll be able to watch a lot of really great content and learn some new things. If you have any questions about this or estate planning, particularly power of attorney, I think it's very important at this time, give us a call at 972
845-1200.
And our website is cadillaclaw.net, CADILACLAW.net. And what was that number again?
214.
No. What was that number again? 972
845-1200.
Very good. All right, folks.
And wait. Everything we do in this house is we get even bored when we do everything. So we just play hide and go seek.
Thank you for your time.
Bye-bye.